Meta Verified is that little blue check mark next to your name on Facebook or Instagram. For $12 a month, you get your blue check mark and apparently a bunch of other benefits as well. But is paying for Meta Verified worth it? Well, to answer that question, I spent 1 year testing the Meta Verified checkmark to see if it actually helps earn more money online. If you have an online business, you're going to want to see these test results so that you can know for sure being Meta Verified is going to help you earn more money in your online business. Let's dive in. If you do a search for Meta Verified online, you're going to get a bunch of results like this. All kinds of people offering their opinions as to whether or not Meta Verified is worth it. Is it legit? Is it a scam? Well, I didn't want an opinion. I wanted to know for sure. Is it going to help your online business make more money? Specifically, I wanted to know the answer to 3 questions about Meta Verification. The first question is, will your post be seen by more people if you're Meta Verified? And that's certainly what business owners hope for. They hope that they could pay $12 a month to Meta, and then their post will get more reach and attract more leads. And it certainly seemed like that's one of the benefits that Meta was initially offering. Take a look here. Meta blatantly said you'll get increased visibility and reach if you get Meta Verified. But then, only a month later, after it rolled out the Meta Verification program, it rolled back on that promise and said, we're removing increased reach as a subscription feature for now. But I wanted to know for sure, is Meta Verified going to get your posts in front of more people? And so I tracked my profile insights for an entire year, and here's what I found. You can see that in the last 28 days, my posts have reached 5,332 people. I usually make about 1 post per week on my profile. So that means my posts on average are reaching somewhere between 12 to 1,300 people organically. Is this an improvement after getting Meta Verified? No, not at all. My posts always get about that much reach. Nothing changed since getting Meta Verified. So the conclusion for you is, if you get Meta Verified, do not expect your posts to be seen by more people. Do not expect your posts to bring in more leads. The second question I wanted to answer is, will Meta Verification help your posts get more engagement? Because again, business owners certainly hope so. They hoped that by getting that Meta Verified blue check mark, more people would stop on their posts, more people would engage with their posts, and therefore they'd be able to identify their best leads more easily. But is that true? When we go back to even the initial promises from Meta about what Meta Verification is going to entail, you'll notice that it doesn't mention anything here about increased engagement. And that makes sense. Even if Meta were to put your posts in front of more people, it's your posts themselves that will dictate whether or not people engage. Meta can't guarantee that your audience is going to like your posts or comment on your posts. But again, I wanted to test this for myself and see if that blue check mark did influence engagement. And so for an entire year, I watched my insights, and here's what I saw. You can see here that for the last 28 days, my post engagement is just over 4,000. 4,000 people stopped to engage on any of my pieces of content. That's helpful to know, but here's the real number that I tracked. With just over 5,000 people reached through my posts and 4,000 engagements, that tells me that about 80% of people who see my posts will engage. I simply take this 4,000 number and divide it by this 5,000 number. I have an 80% engagement rate. Well, did that go up since getting Meta Verified? No, my engagement rate has consistently been at about 80% even before getting Meta Verified. So in conclusion for you, if you get Meta Verified, can you expect more engagement on your posts? The answer is no. The third question that I wanted to answer is, will getting Meta Verified increase credibility? This is often an argument made for why you should get Meta Verified. If you have that blue check mark beside your name, people will take you more seriously. But is that true? Well, I looked at 3 different scenarios where that could be the case. The first scenario is being able to add more friends to your network on Facebook. And let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go over to my profile here. And if you're using Facebook to grow your online business, you know that it's really important to fill up your friends list over here up to 5,000. You want to max out your friends list, and you want those friends to be leads. Yes, ideally all 5,000 of your friends on Facebook should be leads for your business. But if you go out and just randomly start sending friend requests to people, a lot of those people won't accept your friend request. They may be skeptical that you're trying to sell them something. Well, what happens if you get Meta Verified? I use a tool called Unipro to build my audience on Facebook. And one of the neat things that it does is it tracks all my stats. You can see here this stat that's being tracked is new prospects added to my Facebook profile. And you can see in the last month, I've got almost 550 new prospects added. And this has been increasing since I got Meta Verified, which makes sense. When people see my friend requests coming in and they see that I'm Meta Verified, they know that I'm legit. I'm probably not some sort of scammer who just created a Facebook profile 24 hours ago in order to sell them crypto. No, I'm an authentic Facebook user who has some real value to offer. Therefore, those leads are more likely to accept my friend request, which is a great result. The second scenario I looked at where having that Meta Verified blue check mark could add credibility to your profile on Facebook is inside Messenger. Because if you're like me, you likely get bombarded with cold sales messages like this. It says, hey Dave, if we could add a bunch of VAs into your channels, we could book you 4 to 6 qualified sales per day. Would you want to learn more? I get a ton of these and ignore them all. And you probably do too. Well, what would happen if you got Meta verified and had that blue check mark when you reached out to cold leads in Messenger? Well, this is also something that I've been using Unipro to track. Over here in my Messenger, you can see that Unipro, it adds these labels to all my leads right here inside these Messenger conversations. And more importantly, it tracks how many leads are at the different stages in my sales funnel. So when you can take a look over here, you can see that I've got 205 leads right now in the welcome stage. Those are cold leads who I just initiated a conversation with. Then there are nurtured leads. These are people who are responding to my messages and are showing interest in what it is that I have to offer. This is really important. This number here is the most important number inside my funnel. I've got 109 leads who are being nurtured, which means that a lot of these cold leads are accepting my messages, they're responding, and they're showing interest. And this is something that Meta verification does seem to help with. When people in Messenger see that I'm Meta verified, they see that blue check mark, they seem more interested in responding to my messages and having a real conversation that can lead to a sale. This is a great result. And as a side note, if you are using Messenger to make sales, but you're not exactly sure what you should be saying in Messenger, I have an amazing script that takes warm or cold leads and nurtures those leads so that you can make a sale in Messenger or book a sales call. If you're interested in checking out that script, just type script in the comments below and I'll make sure you get a copy of it. That's the second credibility question. The third question is, will being Meta verified get you accepted into more Facebook groups? It's a very popular organic Facebook strategy to find leads inside other people's Facebook groups. And this can work wonderfully, but only if you get accepted into those groups in the first place. If group admins won't let you into their group in the first place, you can't use those groups to generate leads. So it's important that you get accepted into Facebook groups. Now, admittedly, this one is a little anecdotal, but it's worth mentioning anyway. Here's inside one of my Facebook groups. This is the audience and influence group. You can see that I've got 16 people who have asked to join this group and they're waiting to get accepted. And we do take our time to go through each of these profiles to choose whether we accept a new member into our group or reject them. And one thing that we've noticed is that when we come across profiles like this that do have the blue check mark, we're much more likely to accept them. And this makes sense because this blue check mark tells me that this person takes their Facebook account seriously. They've likely been on the platform for a long time. They likely use Facebook a lot and their profile is authentic. So this is a good result as well. If you're using Facebook to generate leads, you're more likely to be accepted into groups if you're Meta verified. So overall, Meta verification, it won't get your posts seen by more people. It won't get more engagement on your posts, but it will add credibility to your Facebook profile, which could help you connect with more leads and strike up sales conversations more easily inside of Messenger. So that's why I'm subscribed to the Meta verification program, but I also have a secret weapon for growing my business on Facebook. And that secret weapon is Unipro. Unipro is an amazing tool that goes out onto Facebook. It finds your ideal leads. It brings those leads over into your audience. It makes sure your leads see your content. It nurtures your leads. And then it makes offers to your leads when they're most likely to buy. Unipro has been a game changer for my business, and I know you're going to love it as well. Go over to unipro.com to check it out. Well, that's what I've got for you in this video, all about whether or not Meta verification is worth it. If this was helpful, give it a like. And if you have any questions about any of the research or any of the stats that I discussed in this video, leave those in the comment section below. I'm happy to help out. And again, if you're building an online business and you're using Facebook, you got to check out Unipro. Go over to unipro.com. I know you're going to love it. Thanks for checking out this video. Can't wait to see you in the next video.